Hello, hello, everyone. Can anyone hear me out there? Can everyone hear me? Give me a one. Let me know. Um, Hello, can you hear me out there? Give me a one. I just want to make sure that you can hear me out here. We're kind of short on help today, and everything, so I don't have an announcer and things like that, but God is good. We have on this show, what we do is that we showcase different talents and businesses and different cultures that's here in Second Life. I mean, we have some interesting people that's here in Second Life. And, it's just coming out and see what everyone is doing. I mean, TP your friends in, TP your contacts in, and tell them to come on over here. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday and all that good stuff, and a lot of people are doing a lot of things. Normally, I'm sorry, somebody was TP. I am in me something important. But we have some interesting people here that's doing great things, and a lot of times they can encourage you. If you have your mics on, please turn them off so that we can be able to hear the guests. Someone has something on, they need to turn it off. I'm getting some noise here, but turn all your mics off and just be able to listen to the show and all what the good guests are saying. I'm sorry, normally I don't do this, so I'm kind of out of whack right now. But someone has their mic on. Can you turn it off, please? I think I see you over there. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. I came across a little reading today, this week, and I thought it would be nice to read here. And it's called You Can Make a Difference in Your World by Rebecca Jordan. It is not how much you accomplish in life that really counts, but how much you give to others. It is not how high you build your dreams that makes a difference, but how high your faith can climb. It's not how many goals you reach, but how many lives you touch. It's not who you know that matters, but who you are inside. Believe in the impossible, hold tight to the incredible, and live each day to its fullest potential. You can make a difference in your world. And I thought that was a good reading to read, because we all need a little pick-me-up, and I like to hear readings and read on every day or whatever, and it makes my day, or, put me in a place that I need to be. But today, like I said, we have some awesome guests on today, and one of them, his name is Mr. Stone Vidare. Now, I mess up names really bad, as everyone knows, but just bear with me, because he will definitely give us the correct name. So I'm going to ask him to come on out here. Come on out here, Stone. I'm going to have to say Stone, because I don't want to mess it up too bad. How you doing? Hello, you got your mic on?
Okay, hello.
How you doing? Come on over here and let me have my hug.
How are you? And it's Vayanda.
Vayanda. Okay, I kept on saying, what is the name? Did you get your hug? There it is again.
Okay, I'm not sure. Do I need to be on Skype also? I should have asked you this.
No, just, you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Hello, okay, this is Second Life.
For some reason, I am having a very difficult time hearing you.
Am I breaking up?
Yours is very, very low.
Okay, just go to your speakers and turn me up.
Okay, I got you now. All right, I got you.
Okay, now where's my hug?
You sure you want it?
I want my hug. Give me my hug. Now, everybody got, I might have to laugh at Stowe, but he's very funny and a very good guy. Oh, you giving me a hug. Okay,
yes,
okay. I had sent you one. Or at least it's a nice hug. Thank you so much. And I'm I'm gonna have to say, welcome to my house.
Well,
And
thank you so much.
And Stone is on his best behavior, guys, because you can tell that
Yes,
he is a flirt. He is a flirt.
Oh, no, not at all. No, actually.
It's all in fun, though. It's all in fun.
Yes, it is. If anybody, I'm sort of like the really old dog chasing a car. What are you going to do with it once you catch it?
Try.
Yes. May I sit down?
Of course, have a seat. Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
Okay, let's see. Hopefully. Interesting.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah. So, I matter of fact, I just met you this week, I think it was. And you keep me laughing. You really do. You have that personality, I think, that everybody, could just, just like, and just have to laugh, no matter how bad you are.
Yeah, but it's all in fun. It really is. It's not intended to offend anyone, just to put a smile on people's faces, and most of the time it does. Most of the time it does. Yeah.
Now today is type of show. Even I thought we did have more people up in here. But anyway, the show goes on, and like I say, it's Super Bowl week, and a lot of people are not here and doing their thing. But we still do the show because we do go out on certain media, whatever. We want to put it out there, but we're going to have you on again, most definitely, so that we can do the show and give you a better presentation when not a lot is going on elsewhere. Well, that we know of anyway. And I really appreciate you coming, even though today is one of those days,
Certainly.
Now, I'm going to ask you one thing here, because I'm looking at your, script and your profile and everything. And I know normally I ask what brought you in here to Second L, but before I even get there, you start your profile out as a man, capital M. Any questions? Yes. What do that mean?
Does that mean? That means that I'm not going to be. I'm a person who's not easily influenced, or I make my own decisions. If someone, I'm in charge. I take charge of things most of the time. Okay. It's not. I'm not the guy who's going to just fall head over heels over some good-looking.
So wait a minute. So what you're saying is that you, instead of saying I'm no punk or I'm a man's man, me macho man, or I got the club type of thing. So is that what you're saying? The capital M, the what they call that caveman mentality?
Right. I have more class than saying that I'm a punk or that type of person. I am a classy man, so it's. I do have my moments, but for the most part, it's
I know you do. You can't help but to have them. You up in here.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So to answer your question, it's basically because I take charge. I want to say hello to a couple of people that I see out there, Carrie just kidding about that. I really wouldn't have dropped your pay if you didn't show. Okay? I'm glad to see you here.
Okay.
And,
Carrie, she's here. Now, Carrie is one of the.
Carrie's here. Yes.
Yeah, she's one of our I call it the pioneers of the show.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She's a very good friend. And
I love Carrie.
She has a nice set. She's an awesome person. Yes,
she is a great person. She really is. She deals with one of our artists. So she's really appreciated. Carrie, come and sit down. Oh, there she is.
Oh,
I know
she
she
know
can
her
probably
way.
not hear
'Cause
us.
I almost tried to call her, but she's been so busy lately. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad for her. She's really doing some great things here in Second Life. And
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Yes.
kudos to her. And I
Yes,
know
indeed.
she has the wit for it. And you know,
Mm-hmm.
and we just keep pushing her. And you know, she can do whatever she wants to do. And
Right.
she
Right.
will definitely do it well and bring class to it because she is a classy lady. I love her.
Yes.
That's my
Yes.
girl right there. And
Very is wonderful.
Josie
Mm-hmm.
is too, and my daughter Safi, she's back there. I'm surrounded by a lot of people that I love, you know.
Yeah,
But
that's
go ahead.
that's wonderful. No, go right ahead. That is wonderful. Josie is. I met her not too long ago, and she's. I really liked her, and she's also an asset to you too. So, yeah.
Oh,
So,
definitely, almost
yeah.
definitely. That's that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like today was one of those things that she's doing something that once she starts, we got her on. She's perfecting or getting more practice with the video thing, so our media
Right.
end can come up, and so she can't really help because she can run it herself too, and a thing. And then we had another girl; she was out sick, and this show needs help, and
Right.
together. But
Right.
things come when it come, and but God is good. I always have to give
Yes.
Him credit for it
Yes,
all.
he is. Yes, he is.
Definitely. Now,
But,
this might be just me and you today. I don't see the others. You said he was coming, but
okay.
we're gonna do what we have to do here, right?
We certainly will. We take
definitely.
charge. Remember.
You got to do it. Yes.
Exactly,
So
Pam.
now listen. You do so many things, though. You could hold an hour, 2 hours yourself. And if we go into things, I'm on the serious side now. That you.
We can probably do that if you ever need to.
We might need to today.
Well.
Oh my goodness! I mean, it's like 2 Sundays a couple of Sundays ago, we had to get some people at the last minute. It's just I don't know if it's the weather, people getting sick. It's just so many things going on. And like I said, Bandit Eddie was supposed to be here tonight. He was singing, but a couple of hours ago he didn't know. But a couple of hours ago, real life emergency, his son was in a serious accident. So we want to put him and his family in prayer, and because real life things do happen. So
this is true.
So we won't be able to shake it tonight.
Exactly.
Unless somebody come out of the audience and sing for us. Which hey, if they can sing, we'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
But now, what brought you to Second Life?
What brought me to Second Life? Actually, was What brought me to Second Life was actually a friend of mine who is rest her soul. She's gone. She was so young too. She was like just made 40. And she had discovered Second Life when it first started out. She'd been after me for several years to join, and I just sort of didn't do it because I was busy running other stuff, and eventually I got into it and I loved it, and Debbie was her name, and she's the one who I thank for bringing me into Second Life, and I mean that. I thank you, little angel in the sky, because I know you're up there looking down on me. She was a sweetheart.
Oh, okay. People like that you remember, and especially in here, at least you found out what happened. But there's so many people that's in here, you just don't hear what happened. I don't know, it could be a serious sickness that they're not able to get back online, or maybe they passed on, and that makes it hard, especially if you're close to a person. It makes a big hole, and it's like, wow, I mean, what happened? And you'd be hoping somebody know, but in here very seldom somebody knows that person in real life to find out.
Yes,
unless they've made arrangements, for someone to come on. But
that is, to answer your question, that is the person who who's responsible for bringing me here, and I am very grateful that she did, because since then I've accomplished quite a bit here in Second Life, and the doors are still open. There's a lot of stuff for me to do and discover and build and expand with my little organization, and it's looking good. It's looking good.
Awesome. Well, now you said the word organization. So what tell us about the name of your organization and what it's about,
Okay, it is, the organization is actually the group of islands called White Tiger Islands. It consists of, the main item would be a club, of course, and it's very unique, very beautiful, very different, I think. I think it's probably one of a kind. There's a lot of attention paid to detail. There's also, we have a separate dance area called Romantic Encounters every other Monday and Tuesdays, with romantic music there 24/7. And then I have rental properties, and this two seems just full of little places where you can just go cuddle, if you just want to walk around. It's just so much to get in just a few moments, but I provide residences for new people if they come in, for a month or so while they get their feet wet in Second Life, free, just a place for them to stay. I have a store.
Oh, wait a minute. So you actually give people places to stay as newbies when they first come in, if they need the help. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How long do you give that to them? I mean, that's sure enough a benefit.
Well, normally a month and a half, 2 months, whatever. Most of the time they just they self-impose their, they move on to a better place because they they have themselves established and so on and so forth. So it's normally 30-45 days.
Now, you know what? Because if I think back, and I forgot all about that until you said that, there was a friend encounter who actually gave me a place to stay too. I think I had it free for a couple of months until they because they would leave and come back to Second Life, leave and come back. But by that time, I had myself situated to the point that I said I want a place to stay. Not that I couldn't get a place, but they just had it. Nobody was there, and they said, "Here, just live there, do your thing." And I thought that was nice. Yeah, you're right. I forgot all about that until you said that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's right there. It's adjacent, so it's accomplishing a couple of things. It's helping people out when they need it, and it's also introducing people to White Tiger Islands because it's right there, right across the bridge. You walk there and you can discover almost anything you want right there on the White Tiger Islands chain. So it's just it's just it's the right thing to do. That's why I do it. It's just the right thing to, it may have motives woven into it with it, because it does allow them to explore the island and tell people about it and so on and so forth. But
yeah, it's a good word of mouth. A good word of mouth.
Advertising, that type of stuff. Yeah, because we really don't advertise everything that we do. Other than group notices, that type stuff, but we don't advertise anywhere. Destination guide. Anywhere, we just word of mouth, So
okay, now you tell us about, now you have a club here, and it's an interesting name. Tell me how you come about this name. It's called the White Tiger, am I right?
It's just the White Tigers Islands Club. It's just the main club. It really, in itself, does not have a name. It's just named after the island, if you would, because it's on the main island. But it's really a beautiful place. I think I'm doing something that, as far as I know, is history on Second Life. Or I'm making history on Second Life as far as I can tell. I'm not absolutely sure about this. But I have a cruise boat, if you would, a dinner boat, that can take 10 couples and an entertainer and a piano player or whatever, about 25 people total, and take them across, actually in a moving boat, moving dinner cruise, so you can visually check out the beauty, because you're going through different parts of 4 different sims. You're floating across 4 different sims, and it's I think that is a first on Second Life, as far as I know. I could be wrong, I don't know. But, you're dancing. You're not just sitting there, you're actually dancing and listening to an artist as you go across 4 different sims. And I think it's, I'm pretty proud of that accomplishment. Everybody seems to be pretty impressed with it. And
so you've already started the boat. I thought when we talked earlier, you were thinking about it.
Yeah, it's done now. I just, and actually have taken a couple of dry runs with the 7 or 8 people on there, and a singer. Let's see, Coco. I don't know if you heard of Coco Incognito. She was one of my artists that performs for me, and I asked her to be the guinea pig to see how it was going to work, and she loved it. So we have a few couples that are sitting there dancing as you cruise through 4 different air sims, and it takes about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes to make the trip, and it's by reservation only, by the way. So you start telling people about that. It's by reservation only, because it's limited to the number of people that can cross the set at one time, so that's why. And I'm really impressed with it, and even though I created it, or with the help of my assistant out there, Destiny, she helped me very, very much with building and advice and stuff like that.
So wait a minute, so you built the boat, or you just modified it?
Built it from scratch.
You built it? You're kidding?
Yes.
And it actually flows on the water and everything. I got to come. Yes. You know what? I didn't get a chance to come because we've been doing a lot of things. But and some new projects that we're doing here, as far as in our little organization here. But I've definitely got to come see that, because I've never seen any of your bills.
Oh, sure, certainly. You're welcome to. We're going to have a tribute show here, and I'll have to leave here shortly, and I have to be there for at least 10 minutes to 5, something like that, of my time. But yeah, you're welcome to come over anytime you like. We'll grab a few people, and I'll bring you on a test cruise. I've not actually done the fully loaded cruise, but if it works with 7 or 8 of us, 7 or 8 couples or people, it'll work with 20, 25 people, so. And it's so romantic. Number 1, the surroundings, and number 2, the feeling, the realism, and that the wind blowing through your hair, your skirt, if it's a flexi skirt, blowing in the breeze as you travel, So it's really something new, I think. And White Tiger Islands, by the way, has it first. Yeah. Yes. So we have it first.
I'm going to come see that this week if I remember. I am. I got to because I had a friend. He had brought a sim, but he only did the sim for his own private uses and whatever. And he had purchased this boat, this yacht. I've never seen a yacht like that. It had like 4 bedrooms in it. It had a 4 club in the bottom. Plus, of course, it had the planes and all of that. And I know there's a big shipping yard that I've heard of, but he actually got this off of a little thing in some store hanging up, which can't find no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or anything like that. And, it's sad, but I've never seen a boat built so well. Yeah. And half the room, except the one little stairway. I didn't like it. Sometimes, you can't walk down the stairs anyway, hardly. And it's so narrow. But the rooming in the rooms that this thing had, it was just awesome. I haven't seen anything like it.
Well, it has its advantages. It has its disadvantages, because a big ship like that, you can't go anywhere with it. I mean, you can go on your sim and that's it. It's very hard to cross that many prims across different connecting sims. So there's a lot of technical stuff that's involved here. Fortunately, I can do what I want on my sims because they're mine. I can do whatever I choose to do with them. So. And the waterways have been all created where this boat that I was telling you about works. It has a good path to go, very scenic views to travel on.
And what I like about the Linden water now? It is so beautiful. That water looks so realistic. And it's like this. It does, and I'm just amazed by it. But they don't sell it here, and the other water looks much different, but it's all up under the land. So I'm sure if you create it, it looks just like that Linden water. You just took away some of your land, right? I mean, it is awesome.
Right.
Okay, now on your Sims 2, you have stores and things like that?
I have one store. It's pretty basic. It's not a big old mall, nothing like that. It's a tropical store. It's built to fit the scenery. So it's not a big old commercialized place. You just go in there and you stroll around and you find what you like and you take it or you don't. But it's a store. It's international. It's White Tiger Islands International Trading Post is what it's called. But it's it's just everything in there is pretty much handmade also.
Wow. Well, I can hear in your voice. You're playing a lot of things down a little bit, but I know Josie told me, and she's the reason why, I met you, because that's how we get our names through other people. But she said, hey, I have this friend named Stone, and he has a sim that is awesome. She said it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And your club, she said, you haven't really been to a club since, unless you've been there. It is absolutely beautiful. So I want to say that because I can hear the modesty somewhat in your voice, and I just wanted to make sure everybody know. And you know what, Stone, and just talking with you, I know you ain't that modest on some things.
Stage in front of a bunch of people, and
not
because I'm embarrassed or nothing like that, only because I don't want, I don't want to see you turn red. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, because that would be the miracle for me turning red. Now that right there, but you know what? I know you can. I don't. Hey, be nice. Because I tell you, I don't know. And I said, I had my hands full today with the guests that I have today because they are very, very entertaining. You're very entertaining. I love it.
Thank you so much.
You know what?
Thank you.
I really appreciate your coming and doing this, even after some things come up, but you decided to come on anyway. But we're going to have you back on another time. So when it's not a Super Bowl Sunday where your buddies and stuff can get here and all of that. And I know by then you're even going to have even more exciting things going on. And I know it because I hear that brain turning, and I like a man or a woman or person who's always thinking that, you're always busy. You're busy. It keeps you going, whether it works in one way or not. And everything is not financial. Sometimes it's just self-gratification,
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, but I definitely will be keeping in touch. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for coming, Stone.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and thank you for having me. And I imagine I'll just go backstage and we'll talk to you guys some other time. And it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You just move down. You just move down a little bit. Just move down one chair.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
You're gonna stay on stage. We ain't kicking you off the stage.
Gotcha.
Yeah, thank you so much. Everybody, give it up for Mr. Stone. Say that last name again. Vayander.
Yes.
Well, like way over yonder. Vayander. I
yes,
get it.
Vayander. Yes.
Vayander. Okay. But, everybody give it up for him. This is a man that's got it going on. Also, you have some landmarks, if I'm not mistaken. Let me put them out here into, so everybody know I don't have them. You was going to give them to me and didn't give them. But if you find your landmarks, just put it out here into the local Stone, so people can come see your club and that beautiful boat that I'm going to go see. I really am. Okay.
Good.
Thank you so much. You can turn your mic off too. Okay.
Thank you so much. All right.
Now, everybody, give it up for Mr. Stone again. I really appreciate that, and I'm definitely going to see about that boat. Me and Josie gonna go hang over there and see what's going on. Yes. Also, now, our next guest, a very interesting guy. He's got it going on. I had all men today. Wow, lucky me. But hey, what can I say? But we have Mr. Angelo Amante here. And he's going to come out, and this is another man who has it going on here in Second Life. I just met him a few weeks ago, about a week ago also, and he was gracious enough to come, and I'm going to ask you to come on out here on stage now. Come on out here, Angelo, if you can hear me.
Hello.
How you doing?
It's a beautiful Super Bowl Sunday. The Seahawks are winning. So,
I got to get my hug. You got to come on up here and give me a hug. And I'll send it to you. All right.
Just good.
Okay, did you get it? There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I really appreciate you coming. I'm trying to stop it. I don't even know where I'm at right now. But come on over and have a seat. Welcome to my house. Just have the seat on the other side over there. Put it on like 2 or 3. Other than that, your head be bobbing, Once you sit down, just put it on like 2 or 3. And that's a good set for a man. There we go. Okay, gotcha. I really appreciate you coming because I know that really what happened was we had your partner on and he wanted you to come on and he's not here and you're here. But, real life. Yeah, real life just happened like that. So it was an awesome thing because, as I was saying earlier, and I think you missed it, our singer had a real life incident. His son was in a real bad accident, and so that's understandable. And that only happened like an hour or 2 before the show. So he was a little too, he had to go see about that, and we're going to keep him in the prayers. So technically, it's going to be, unless X you come on and whatever, it's just going to be you and Stone today, which we can carry on because there's so many things that you're doing also, Angelo. And I met you, well, first of all, I want to just tell me a story on how you came to Second Life.
Well, I guess everybody has their own how we came to Second Life stories.
Exactly.
Mine is completely, run of the mill. A friend of mine was, I originally came a long time ago, loved it, and then very quickly didn't. Was on another virtual gaming service, and one of my friends talked me into coming back to SL.
Okay. You know, because most the average person in here do not like it the first time they come in.
Mm.
You know, whether they're gone 3 days and come back or 3 months and come back, some as far as almost a year. And then the second time they put their foot over here, they've made up their mind they're staying, and they actually stay, you know. I haven't heard of one come 2 or 3 times before they actually stayed. And that's one thing true of all the stories that I've heard so far, you know, of people in their journey to get on to Second Life. You know. But now, in your bio, I mean, we were laughing and talking the other day. I know you feel alone over there.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm good.
You good? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You good? All right. You're on the best behavior today. You don't have to be. You know,
I'm actually on my good behavior today. So
yes, you are. But just be you. Just without some of the language. But we are all right. And you should be able to do that. I'm gonna tell you, he is you're doing a lot of things in here, and one of them is that you you also have a talk show. You're a producer of a talk show. Well, tell me about all what you're doing for the talk show, and give us the name of it. I mean, it might not be in everybody's everybody's thing, but it's a show to go see. You know, you never know. Am I right?
It is definitely something that you have to see. I mean, I could talk about it all day, but until you get there, you'll never grab the experience.
You're never. I never knew. I was in shock. I had to go into a shock thing as I was telling you.
It's a shocking thing. I know.
It's a shocking.
But just to kind of give you the short bullet points on it. The show started as a concept between Madeline. What is her last name now? Between Madeline and myself. I'm an editor for Flavor Magazine. Amanda, of course, is the owner of Flavor. And as we were going through, I wrote a column for him, went back and rewrote a couple columns for him just because, that's what you do as an editor.
Okay.
And she liked my writing, and we got to talking, but we had this one column. We couldn't find the guy that was supposed to be writing for it. I mean, he just disappeared. And so I filled in for him, gave all the answers, and she's like, we can really do this. This is pretty good. I said, and what initially we were going to change the column so that we had the original writer and myself, and it was going to be a point counterpoint thing. That was the magazine concept. This was my magazine concept because I felt the original writer wasn't genuine. And let me rephrase that. I'm not going to say that he wasn't genuine, but he wasn't putting things in the way that they needed to be said for people to really understand them.
Okay.
So I wanted to be a different voice. So it was going to be point counterpoint, Mr. Opinion and Mr. Blunt. Well, that turned into why don't we do it as a show? Amanda and I sat down and we worked for a few weeks on the logistics of it. We tried a few different people as co-hosts, and they fell through. And then one of the guys that works on the show, Redeem Hilltop, he actually introduced me to DP Jew. And me and DP hit it off. It's been me and DP ever since.
Well, and you two have a chemistry that you can tell that you really like each other. I mean, definitely. Whether it's on stage or off stage, and it's hard to co-host with some people unless you have that respect for each other. If not, it'll be probably sometimes a competition type thing. I think you know what I'm saying, or something. I really don't know, but you can just tell you really respect each other and you really like each other. And that's one thing I brought up that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think what it really comes down to is not even like, because it started out with just respect.
Okay.
Most guys can sit down and talk to another brother, and probably in the first 5-10 minutes of a conversation, if you have respect for this brother. And with me and DP, we pushed each other, we we jostled each other, we bumped heads a little bit, and it was just hilarious to us. Mm-hmm. So we had that instant respect for each other, and everything kind of grew out of that respect.
Okay. Well, it works good. I do know that. It works very well. Because I really enjoyed you all in the office, and it was hard to, even for me to do you, because it's like one had one to do, something else to do, but you kept on, talking to each other and just, as the streets say, capping on each other, whatever. But it worked, it worked, and it was funny. It was funny, I tell you that much. Now, in this, tell us what kind of show it is.
Okay, well, there are a lot of different shows out in SL, and one of the things that we actually looked at was what was going on and how things are done. And one of the things that we didn't want to do was try to emulate anything else. So not only did we come up with did we bring a concept into SL that hadn't been done before, but we put our own spin on it. If you can, the closest real life analog that I can think of would be to say that we are an urban version of Love Line from the 90s with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
I don't remember those shows.
Exactly. Nobody remembers it. That's why we are perfect, because it's not a copy at this point, because nobody remembers the original show.
Yeah, was it short-lived or what?
Actually, no. It came on MTV for like four or 5 seasons.
Okay, so it was MTV program. Okay.
Yeah, this was you got. I'm from that MTV generation, so.
Okay, well, all you did was have on videos all 24 hours or 24/7.
By that, when I say I'm MTV generation, I'm a part of that. I'm the last half of that generation. That last little inkling of Generation X, where we started out real young with the "I Want My MTV" commercials, and we got to see MTV blossom from just doing videos all the way over into where it started doing reality and kind of growing a little bit.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So we got to see good MTV back when there was still music on it.
Okay, for those of us like me who didn't know what that was about, so break down your show for me.
Okay, so the show takes 2 perspectives. You have my perspective and DP's. You have one that I call it. One's Detroit and one's Atlanta. One's Southern. One is straight Detroit. One is straight Southern boy. But both of them are given to you 100% uncut and unfiltered. We are like that uncle that you don't want, but you gotta listen to him anyway. The one that loves you to death, will do anything for you, but will not bite his tongue on his opinion.
Okay.
So.
We've been you or ex-you?
No, that's both of us actually. That's the thing.
Okay.
But the thing is, because DP and I we have very similar experiences, but we come from different backgrounds. We're in a lot of ways we're the same, in a lot of ways we're different. And those two disparate lives kind of really do affect the way we give advice. So there are times that we agree, which is rare. There are times we disagree, which is often. But
it makes good if you all can disagree to have a conversation about it,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay.
I mean, usually the disagreements are actually kind of mindless.
Now, so I got to lead towards this a little bit. Now, the day I came, someone was invited to the show, and they said, "Pam, we're going to this other talk show. Would you come?" I said, "Well, we have my meeting and everything." So I said, "Okay, I'm going to come." T picked me over there, and it was like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to sit down, leave, but I said, wow, I had to see what it was about. And the day I come in, it was like, I remember XU was scheduled to come, and I was asking him, where is the woman representative about? Because I heard you all talking about relationships or a form of relationships with women, but there was not a woman and I didn't feel like a woman was truly representative. I didn't know the concept of the show either. You know what I'm saying? This was just me just popping in, not knowing the concept of the show, and saying, wow, where's the woman at? You know what I'm saying? To put her side in there because I felt that she wasn't truly represented, and which I asked him about, and then you all told me, well, okay, the show is about this or that. So what is it? Every Sunday, it's
every Sunday,
like a man perspective.
It's
a man's
the thing
perspective of a woman, or I mean, tell me.
No.
Mm-hmm.
This relationship, I would say it's relationship advice, but it's life advice given from the perspective of a man. And the concept is very simple. You know, women in Excel are very well represented. I mean, there is about 10 of y'all for every one of us. If you got any question, you probably got a homegirl that you can go ask.
Now wait a minute,
But
I thought it was vice versa. I think there's 10 men to almost every one, because more men in here seem like than women to me.
No, it's not. That might be where you're going. I can almost guarantee you. You ask any other woman in SL, and you know it also depends on what side of SL. And I'm speaking, I'm speaking from the perspective of urban SL. I don't know. You know, I have my contacts on the outside of urban SL, but I don't deal with my contacts on the outside of urban SL in that way, not necessarily purely socially. I'm speaking on the social side because that's where our market is. Our market is urban SL. So on the social side of urban SL, you're guaranteed to find 5 to 10 women for every one guy.
Wow. So it's almost a representative of what real life is supposed to be.
As
far as in urban. Okay. Because, you know, it's just in my thing, even though I know that some men in here who act like women, I've heard men say, okay, there'd have to be a lesbian in here, you know, and it's crazy to me, you know, there'll be a lesbian in here and have other women, you know, they don't be a woman to go with other men, but to go with other women. But, you know, I've seen that, I've heard that, and then, but it just seemed like, and then too, the concept, you know, like we women, I know we like to design and you know, it's like a dollhouse in one way. We can dress and we can fix our houses up and do those type of things. And
this is digital Barbie land.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I know that, but I'm getting real with it a little bit. It seems like to me on a level of what SNL is truly about, you know, on the sexual type part or pornography or whatever, that it's always been more men into more pornography than women, which would draw more men to this. And of course, women get into it, but it's you know, women, I think, I'm not speaking for all women, but a lot of women come in, or they'll come here, maybe no direction of where they're going to go, but they can get into relationships in here because of the fact that, you know, it's what women want in the real too, whether they married or not married. You know what I'm saying? They want something different. It's called Second Life, and maybe that's what they do, you know, until they get to the point or come in and say, okay, I'm just going to make this business, and that's going to be that, you know. But it's just to me, what draws more, you know, we would have to get in with Linden or some other type of survey, which I know a lot of colleges and stuff are using this as a study, you know, and everything to find out what's going on. But that's just my concept without no kind of studies, you know. I'm thinking, of course, there's more men in here than it is women.
Actually, yeah, you can. The thing is this, you know, for those surveys, you would have to get people to actually tell the truth. So
exactly.
But the perspective I take on it is this: all I have to do is look around, and any party I go to, I can guarantee you, there are going to be tons more women than men. I've never seen only on certain Sims do you see male-dominated parties, male-dominated.
But you know
socials.
what? As a male, you got a business, right? I'm just giving you something to think about. Now you have a business, right? So you're on here more than the average man. But you know, most men come in to get with their woman, to do what they're gonna do, and they go back off. Okay? Yeah. Either they're going into another, they don't stay on to socialize a lot. Unless they hunting, I call it hunting, unless they're hunting or whatever, or they got a significant other in there and they say, you know, plan ahead, okay, now we're going to this party, and they do a more socializing on here together. But other than that, most men come in and they check out, you know, they do what they're going to do, and they turn it off, go into real life, or maybe they got 20 more ABs. I don't know. But that's just,
we're not getting into that part of SL. I think
that's a good discussion for your show, though.
We talk about that. We actually we talk about that. It just we have a hashtag. Catfishing is a thing. That's a hashtag for our show. So
okay. I got
I think what it is, like I said, because our show deals with a specific demographic, that's all we deal with. Because I think there used to be a saying back a few years ago: "Know your role and shut your mouth." This is our role. This is our lane. Yeah, I know my role. My role is this lane. Yeah. This is my lane. I'm going to drive the living daylights out of it. I'm going to run anybody in my lane that's in my way over, but I'm going to stay in my lane. I will say this. I am the type of individual that has multiple lanes. But when I'm in whatever lane that I'm in, I'm trying to be the best in it. And I think in this particular lane, the one thing I will say about Straight No Chasing, that's the one thing I really do want to say. We have the shows we do. Right? Straight No Chasing is the name of the show. Again, it's 100% uncut. We do it live. We're off the cuff. We don't know what the questions are ahead of time, and that's the way we want it. We want to be able to give you that Negro old face. The Negro old face is like this. What? When you hear a question, you have to have that kind of response. I mean, we need that. We roll off of that. We encourage it because that way that the answer that I'm giving you is not something I rehearsed. It's what I feel. It's not necessary. It's not just what I think. And there is a cognitive difference between what you feel and what you think. The show a lot of times is about doing the right thing from inside, not necessarily what other people think. It's not even for one thing. The only one thing we always say is you got to do what's right for you, but we're going to tell you what the right thing is.
Okay.
And what you do after that is 100%.
You can't go wrong on that. You can't go wrong. Now you're doing some other things too. Now you also produce that show, but now you have a magazine out also.
Again, yes.
Tell us about your magazine. Mm-hmm.
Well, again, like I said, I am one of the I guess now managing editors for Flavor Magazine. Flavor Magazine again caters to urban SL. And essentially, it's that same kind of concept. We grew up as a community with magazines like Jet, that was like immediate current affairs. We had Ebony Magazine, which was a little bit more in depth. You have Black Enterprise, and it flows off of those same type of concepts. Think it's like SL Ebony is the best way that I can put it. We have it's a broad concept, and we try to do a lot of things for a lot of people. And I think I think maybe in that separates from a lot of different people, because every other magazine I think is niche. So as long as everybody has their niche, one magazine that's really broad focused can be something. So, and right now we just put out our December issue. We're working on the Black History Month issue, and it's going to be a lot of different things going on there. The magazine has put out its own calendar. The magazine is actually, the magazine kind of is as a platform. We're getting ready to do another show. So, and I'll be producing that one too. But there are a lot of different things that under that umbrella. And I think what's eventually going to happen. We've actually started doing this now. We've actually started the staff for the magazine has been spread out over all the projects that we work on. One of the things that we're doing now is bringing everything into specifics. So, Manda, who was who's the executive producer with me. She's a second executive producer, but she's owner of Flavor. She's going back to focusing more on the magazine. I'm going to focus my attention on editing and on production on production for the media side of it. Okay, so
that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, do you? But before I do that, Stone has to leave. He has another obligation to do. Everybody, give it up for Mr. Stone. Okay, Stone. I can't pronounce it. I'm not going to even try. But he has other obligations. I appreciate you coming, and we'll have you back soon. Okay. And thank you so much. And everybody, don't forget to go see his sim and ride that boat. I'm going to see about that boat this week.
It's
Thank
been
you.
a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you. You guys have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Let me see if I can
Okay,
go.
now, do you take other writings in your magazine? Other people, can they
Definitely.
submit certain things to you, and
Definitely.
how do they go?
Articles
I'm
can
putting
be
Facebook and stuff in here too. Go ahead.
articles can be submitted directly to myself or to Mandolin Barris. But I mean, if you want to add something to the magazine, so it's the one thing that we're not a closed shop. We're always looking for good writers. The main thing is
certain subjects. It can be light. It can be a poem. It can be whatever. If you feel it fits
that's
the
the
magazine,
thing.
you
But
put it there.
If it's good, it's got to make it through me, and it's got to make it through the other editors. That's the only thing. And the editors are not. Oh boy! And the thing is this: I'm the at-large editor, so I'm the one that all the projects that need to be fixed come to me. So I only see. Okay. So I'm probably the most critical when it comes to it, because everybody else has looked at it and said I won't do it by the time it gets to me. This is too hard for me to fix. So I'm the person that is.
You know, and I got to talk to you too also about some other things that has come to my attention that we're expanding on, and I think you'll be interested in it. And I would like to talk to you probably later on today, or if not early this week. I'm off work all next week, so don't let me forget, because I'll be done moved on and don't think about it until I see you again. And it's something that needs to be addressed ASAP. That can benefit you also. But everyone also, if I'm not mistaken, if you hit Angelo up, he will send you a copy of his magazine. Am I correct? So
that's correct. Actually, I'm getting ready.
It's beautiful. It's beautifully put together too. I have to say that.
Actually, everybody at the show today will get a copy of the magazine.
Okay. So everybody that's here, just hit him up in his IM, and he'll send it to you like that. You know what? You could talk on and on, because you start frats. You're building firm. You got your hands in a lot of things. In your frat thing, is that another project, or you just start frats and you leave them and you start other frats?
No.
You know, because it's almost our time is up. But what I'm going to do is, I had told you before, is that I'm going to have you all on. I think Father's Day would be a good day if both of you all be available on that day. Because by that time too, you've done something else and some other things also. But I think that would be a good time for you all to talk about some things. There's so many people in here, they don't have no direction to go in. And you guys are really working it out. I love it. And I want to give you kudos. And like I said, with the other, with Stone, we could have talked a whole hour and still not gotten tired or went over some old stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate you coming, because a lot of things have happened today. I hope I hope he made it home safely. And tell him we're going to get him on too. And, we're going to work it out. But I want to talk to you. I know you got a show later on today. Now, what time is your show?
We start our show at 7 p.m. Like I said, we just got our new location, so I'm going to put out the new spam on the new location on the Facebook page, and we're going to start spamming for the show probably in about an hour or so.
Okay.
But 7 p.m. SLT.
SLT. Now, I don't have that landmark. Can you put that
I will
landmark
have it for you.
on?
I just look. Everything is going so fast. Last week we were one place. This week, I tell you, SL is a beautiful place, but yeah, we had to move. Honestly, it was mandatory. You can't unless you have the whole sim. Sometimes you don't have control over what's going on around you.
You know what? I got the other half of sim. The people left, and for some reason, I think I don't know what the deal is, but it's like I'm subleasing, and he's supposed to talk to me about it, to try to get another person to get that other half over there. But if not, I don't know. I may have to move it. I don't like moving, so I don't know. I don't.
Nobody
I know.
likes
I
it.
move. Yeah, because it's crazy. You know, you lose too much doing that stuff. But put the landmark in local for where you're going to be at today, and maybe somebody want to come see it tonight, and that would be awesome. And don't forget it. I really appreciate you. Got to come back again, like I said, and like I said, I'm gonna put you all down for the Father's Day thing too. So if
Oh,
you're
not a
going to
problem.
be
Not a
doing
problem at
something,
all.
let us know. You know, let us know because it is in the evening, and usually people are finished doing what they're going to do. But then who knows? You know. But
Oh,
I
the
really
number one
appreciate
thing
you.
I want to big up my my co-host because every Sunday DP comes in and DP actually does poetry. He does a show before he comes in.
Yeah.
He sits down and he does the show afterwards. We're all still here for the meetings, but we all have our busy moments. But I really can't get off stage without saying our show would not be what it is without DP. I can't do what I do without him. And that's what it really comes down to.
And it's the same here. Without my girls here, we couldn't do this. And I had to call in my daughter. She's an awesome asset too. She had to do other things too, but I had to holler at her today and say, "Hey, I need you today." And she came on in. And some days it'd be like that. Especially in this world. People have real life circumstances, and real life, of course, always come first.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate you coming on, even though we have planned it a different way. But just send what I'm saying. Here you go. I'm gonna put this. I don't even know if that can
Actually, everybody in the audience has it.
I need HTTP. Oh, you gave it to him. Okay, good. All right, you on the ball. I like that. You just look at the radar, just hand them out. I love it. But you know what? Everybody give it up for Mr. Angelo Amente. Angeles. Oh, see, I know the name. Angeles. Mr. Angeles Amente. Did I say the last name right?
Nope. Amante.
Amante.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. I am your guest for the evening. I am Angeles Amante, and it's my pleasure to sit down and chat with each and every one of you. And I want to see everybody in the chairs tonight with the landmark I gave you. 7 p.m.
All right.
SLT, straight no chasing.
Hey, look, you know what? I'm going to have to start having people announce their own self. That's what I'm going to do. I tear a name up, I tell you. You know what, everybody, I appreciate you coming out. I know today is Super Bowl Sunday. People are not out like they are, or like they are on the TV and whatever. But I really appreciate your time and coming. Thank you for the love. Somebody gave some love. Thank you, Carrie, and thank you, whomever else gave some love. I really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you. Also, I want Josie. Josie is behind the camera. I'm not sure if she's off now. Come on out here, Safi. Come on out here. Thank you so much for. Without these, we couldn't have done the show.